who you have with you today.
I am Coach Jason Presley, varsity boys coach for Hokes Bluff, and got sophomore Jordan Presley and senior Hunter Burke.
End up coming up a little bit short against Westbrook in a very tough game. How did you get your guys dialed back in on a short day? I mean, let's call it what it is, and then turn around and have a performance like this because you guys pretty much led throughout and won going away.
Well, I've not had any trouble getting these guys crank their engines or get their motor started all year. We've had a couple of letdowns in some games, and we hadn't won that big close game. We really wanted that one last night. We came to compete, we came to win. We don't have moral victories, and like you said, it was a tough game. But luckily for me, I'm coaching the kind of guys who will bounce back, and they don't lay down. They're going to play hard no matter what. We're trying to play to that standard instead of playing other teams. We talked about that this whole game. We got a big lead, and I want us to keep playing to a standard no matter who's in there. Keep doing that. I thought they did that. They self-motivated and they got themselves going. I think they won a county game. They know we're playing a county tournament soon, so they want to continue our momentum.
How huge is that to play a county, opponent like this, which you probably will face again in the county tournament, in this kind of setting, a tournament setting like this?
Well, confidence is everything, and if we get a chance to play them again, I know Coach Owens is a very good coach. He'll make adjustments. He made some adjustments today and gave us a little bit of trouble on some things from the first time we played him this year. So, I hope that we can continue to have confidence playing against that team. Not overconfident, but know that we can play with them and know we can. If we play like we're capable and execute, we can still continue to hopefully have a chance to play them and then maybe the same result next time.
Hunter, this transition over into basketball, how's that been for you so far? And you guys have had some pretty good success coming out of the box like this.
It's been easier than what I thought it would have been, mainly because Drake Rainey had really worked on these guys while we were playing football. He's not a football player, but he's one of the senior basketball leaders, and he really has got these guys going, and we're all kind of behind him and behind each other now.
100%. You guys seem to have improved, you and your cousin, the Terminator. As the seasons went on, progressively, you guys' basketball IQs went up. Seems like you look a lot more comfortable than you were the first game we watched you. Talk about that and how your transitions went and you get more comfortable in your role right now.
I feel a lot more comfortable with the ball in my hand compared to when we first started. I feel confident in myself and I feel confident in my teammates, so that it makes it a lot easier when you can trust the guys around you. It makes your job a lot easier.
Absolutely. Now, Jordan, you, my friend, every night you pretty much they dial in on you. You're kind of the guy that gets his team spearheaded and kind of going. And last night you had a huge game, hit multiple threes, and at one time I looked over, actually Teddy and I from Gadsden looked over, he's like, he looks a little winded, man, but you seem to got it back together today. You may not have scored as much, but your role in this game was huge. Your impact on this game was huge. Talk about this game today and your performance.
Well, I pretty much do whatever I need to do for this team. If it's rebound, pass, score the ball, it's basically what I'll do for this team.
Let me ask you this, act like your dad's not sitting there, but is there a point where your dad takes off the coaching hat at home, or do you guys talk about it at home a lot too, or what?
Not really. It's usually just there and we move past it.
100%, I got you. But when you get wins like this, Coach, it makes it a lot easier, those ride homes. Another thing I like about these two guys, I actually see you guys at, Jacksonville, any kind of tournament, you stay around and watch. Coach, how special is that to have your son going through this with you coming up? Because I know, you guys, I grew up with you and your family, you guys were a sports-oriented family, and y'all always were tight-knit and went to sporting events together and kind of coached each other. How important is that to have your son doing this with you?
It's been great. Sometimes, even when we had the interviews at the beginning of the year, I felt like I might have not said enough. Hunter kind of had my back a little bit about coaching your son.
Yeah.
And I appreciate him doing that. It's been great. I'm getting to share an opportunity once in a lifetime. Something he and I both love. I'm very lucky. He loves basketball. He puts time in the gym. I never have to beg him to go work on it. I never have to pay him to get up extra shots, ball handling. He's a constant gym rat, and that's kind of picks up, for me, if you have to push a kid and make him do something, it's not really worth it. I'm not that guy. If he told me tomorrow I don't ever want to play again, I'd say, well, what do we got to do? What are we going to do to make you a better man? Because we're trying to teach him how to be a man through this basketball. Because he'll have to put his shoes up like we did. He'll have to put them up one day. So hopefully he gets out of it what I got. But as far as me going to events, and I can't tell you, it's just he and I can sit there, and now he's getting older and more mature, and he says, Dad, they're playing this defense, or look what they're doing, and being able to share that opportunity. Maybe he'll coach one day. You know, maybe I know Hunter's wants to be a coach, you know, and that's really not just for him, but I tell these guys, y'all are all like my sons. You know, I know Ryan played for me. I told him since day one, you're like my son. I'm going to treat you like that, and hopefully I'm doing that. Hopefully I'm treating these guys, and I've got a chance to prove it now, not just do it. You know, just say it. You know, I get the chance to prove it. I love them all like mine, and Hunter's going to coach one day. Hunter's favorite sport is football, but maybe he has to coach basketball one day to get a job.
That's right.
You know, that's what you have to do, but he's not going to do it half butt. Hunter's going to coach and give kids everything that they got, and hopefully I'm teaching him a little bit about basketball and giving him a good base and a good foundation. You know, like I said, great for him, but all of them are like my son, so it makes it worth it in every way.
Well, I just watched this game you guys just played with 3 of your ex-players right beside me, and a 4th on his way with Abercrombie.
Yeah.
Well, Coach, we're going to shut this one down. Good luck moving forward.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. All right, Coach, introduce yourself and who you have with you today.
I'm David Lockridge. I've got Jacob Camacho, Gavin Fanui, and Isaiah Robertson here with me.
Coach, you're coming off a very big win right here. I know you guys didn't get to play the other day. Your first game in the tournament today was against Glencoe. I think it was 51-44 final. Very tough, very scrappy game, very physical game on both ends. Take us back to what ultimately propelled you guys to a 51-44 win.
I told the guys before the game, I said, guys, it's all going to come down to intensity and effort. We've been back and forth with quarantines and COVID issues just like everybody else. We got on the floor yesterday and had almost our entire team for the first time in about 3 weeks. So we had one practice coming into this. I knew our shots would be rusty, but I told the guys that defense never goes in a slump. Effort never goes in a slump. If we play hard, the rest of the stuff will take care of itself. The guys did a great job. They came out from the opening possession, played with a lot of intensity, played with a lot of effort, did exactly what I asked them to. I'm proud of them. It was a good win today.
I don't think Gavin was rusty.
He definitely is the least rusty.
Well, Coach, let me ask you this, and you just mentioned it, the old phrase, defense travels as well. Talk about that defense and how y'all executed it from a defensive standpoint, because it looked like your defense kind of set the tone for the entire game, and it started early.
They did. You know, Coach Hosworth and I have been talking for the last 3 or 4, really all season. You know, we didn't get to have a summer really with these guys, you know, like a normal summer. And just any kind of continuity is difficult right now. And we've been talking about what is our team identity. You know, we've sat down at practices and talked about, you know, what are the things we're good at, what are the things we need to work on. We need to focus in and figure out what our identity is as a team. And I told the guys at halftime, I said, if we continue to play defense with that sort of intensity and that sort of effort, we found our identity. We're going to be a defensive-minded team, and we're going to make it difficult for teams to score. And if we do that, the rest of it will take care of itself. I'm happy with the effort.
100%. I want to ask each one of you guys the same question. The coach just touched on it. Not having that practice time, and like he said, people being out with injuries or COVID issues or whatever, how much has that affected you guys, like mentally and from a gelling standpoint as a team to this point? But you put it together here today.
I mean, I feel like losing them, it loses numbers of people and sizes. Like we lost our big man at one point.
Yep.
But I mean, now that we have them back, working together, we did a good job.
Yeah, it's so not getting to practice and stuff, especially coming into the tournament. We don't want to practice, but we can't. I think we were rested.
Well, that's a good way to look at it.
I like that. He finds the silver lining.
That's right. No point. And right back here with you, you know, you have some big shoes to fill from your brother, man. You know, how's this experience been with you here at the Christmas Classic so far?
Oh, it's been pretty fun. I'm just trying to play as hard as I can.
It's a little bit different atmosphere, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
And all you guys are football guys too, right? You didn't play football?
I'm scared.
My next question was the transition from football to here, but you being a basketball guy year round then, how's it been for you, man? Because I know COVID's affected everything.
Yeah.
Your training leading up to this, I'm sure it's affected that as well.
Oh, yeah. I didn't get a fall league, nothing.
It's affected us from top to stop, start to finish. Camacho, with you, man, the transition from football to now, how's that been for you so far?
I mean, my football year this year was not the greatest.
I seen you punting, man. You struggled a little bit.
I was punter, so. But I look forward to the basketball year. But,
Your senior year, huh?
yeah.
What grade are you in? Y'all both seniors, man. The time's ticking, man. You only have so many more of these. You get the clock in. Y'all taking it serious, right? Has that set in on you guys yet?
Oh, yeah. It's going to hit something. We already had seen.
Has it? Hold on. I got you. The Emperor was calling. Coach Lockridge, Coach Hollingworth's not here. You guys look like you're still hitting on all cylinders, man. How big is that for him not to be here and you guys to still get a W like this?
I mean, I've known Coach Hosworth for years. You know, I've coached with a lot of really good coaches. I've learned from a lot of really good coaches. You know, we don't do anything very complicated. That's what I told the guys before the game. We could sit down. I could have sat down and talked to them about Glencoe's going to do this, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. We didn't do any of that. I told them, I said, look, we've got to take care of ourselves. You know, we've got to execute what we're going to do. If we do that, we're going to be okay.
100%. Well, you guys, hey, good luck moving forward. Great game today. I love watching physical basketball. We got a little bit of that. Look at the smiles on these guys' faces.
We got that one tomorrow.
Oh, I know. Hey, that physical basketball y'all playing, and I love it. Bodies on the floor, loose balls. Hey, Coach, you don't have to tell them to hit the floor, do you? When there's a loose ball.
That's it. We've talked about it a little bit, but they're doing a good job of listening.
Hey, I love it. Taking charge. I love it. Hey, you guys, good luck moving forward.
Appreciate it.
All right, Coach, introduce yourself and who you have with you today.
Coach Tubby Davis, got Khalil here, Steven here.
Coach, you just had a big win versus Westbrook. It looked like, you guys started out as a physical games, up and down, and they hung with you for a while. It looked like you kind of wore them out. Take us back to that victory over Westbrook.
Well, the thing is, what I told the kids is that we either gonna play their game or we're gonna play our game. And, our game up and down. That's what we kind of wanted to wear them out at the end. As you know, they got back in the game. We started playing their game and got us in a little foul trouble, a couple mismatches here and there. So we stuck with it. Went in at halftime. The guys agreed that, hey, we need to push the ball a little bit more, wear them out. So that's what we did.
You stuck with that man-to-man, even though they had some mismatches for the height, but they ultimately played pretty physical and stayed with them, and it actually paid off for you. Talk about sticking with that man D.
Well, that man, what we did was, if you can get bigger guys to work hard on offense, and then they had to work hard on defense, then by the end of about the fourth quarter, my goal was to wear them out, get them tired. They start missing free throws, their legs gone a little bit, and then what we was gonna do, I waited till the second half to put in that diamond press. So we normally go from a diamond back to a man. So we still want them to work, get out of the element. So, and that's what we pretty much did.
Paid off.
Yes.
You two guys coming over, you guys came in this first season here at Etowah. Talk about your transition, how it's been from where you came from Gadsden City to here.
It's been a great transition. Everybody first came, everybody very welcome. Accepted us as if we grew up in the town. Then they get into the basketball season. Hoop was gonna hoop. So we showed them what we could do, and we part of the team, like it's family.
Same question.
Yeah, man. Like the way he said, they accepted us. Trent and they some good guys.
Did y'all have to talk a little trash for them when y'all first got over here? It's a home court gym for y'all. Y'all used to shooting in here, right? Right back at you. You guys both play football as well. How long did it take you to transition out of football to get into basketball shape?
It was hard because football and basketball is two different shapes.
Yeah.
Especially for us shooters,
we were not in shape to get up and down the court, but even all throughout football season, we stayed in the gym preparing for this. So once it got time for basketball season, we were shooting good and all that, and it was already ready. We didn't have to get ready.
Coach, what was your strategy to defend Cade coming into this game? Brevin did a pretty good job on him down low. Brevin actually made him work a lot, defensively.
Well, the thing is, like, when I looked at the scorebook from last game, and I kind of like told the guys who took most of their shots. You know, I think Cade took 20 shots the first game we played, and 23, I don't know his name, but he took like 19. Christian took 14, so they took the majority of their shot. So I told the guys, if you maintain and stay close to them, that somehow that ball is going to find them 3 guys.
True story.
As you know, they found them, and Steven played Cade. He played him tough, so he had to play on both ends of the floor. He blocked him out. He did a good job. And Brevin, you know, that's my only big guy. You know, like I said, it kind of like limited me from playing a lot of guys because we're smaller. But these guys had to log in a lot of minutes. Khalil came in, gave us a lift, shooting, cutting, moving, and stuff like that. I know I stay on him a lot about cutting and moving, but he'll figure it out. But like I said, they did a good job.
No doubt.
Notice the interior passing kind of offset some of their height as well, the dribbling and dish.
Yes.
That's something y'all work on a lot.
Yes. I'm trying to, you know, when me and Bo played, you know, you didn't have to tell us bounce pass and do all that stuff right there. The bounce pass kind of like don't left the game of basketball a little bit. You know, kids want to throw it here and, you know, like Cade is 6'6", probably got almost a 7-foot wingspan. So you throwing the ball up there, you got to get it way up there. So when a big guy like that, and I told him in the locker room, when you come in there, hey, that bounce pass is going to be there because they up here. They don't want to get down here. So they bought in, we threw a few bounce passes, and Liz scored a few down there, Brevin scored some. So they listen every now and then.
But were you surprised that when you came out and they came out in a 2-3, or were you kind of expecting a 2-3?
Well, I knew they was because there's not many teams that can stay in front of our guys. So we got some guys that can get to the rim and also be able to shoot. So best thing that they could do is hope that we wasn't hitting those shots, and which we didn't shoot the ball as well, but we shot it good enough to win.
No doubt. Coach, I appreciate you. Good luck moving forward.
All right, thank y'all. Appreciate y'all, all of y'all.
All right. All right, Coach, introduce yourself and who you have with you tonight.
I'm Coach Reginald Huff, head coach of Gadsden City High School Titans, the varsity boys basketball team. On to my left is Kamari Smith, point guard, junior, and to my right, Big Papa, junior guard.
Coach, you had a great win tonight at 69-44 over Southside. Seems like your pressure from the start was kind of like an onslaught. They had trouble with it pretty much all night. Talk about this game in general and how, in famous words of yourself, that pressure will bust the pipe.
Yeah, pressure will bust the pipe. You know, the team got any pipes, put some pressure on them. The guys just, they buying in, and I think they're buying in at the right time. You know, we're still without some major pieces of our puzzle. You know, we're still without our big man or we don't know when we'll be ready to get him back, but the guys they're dedicated to the style of play we're going to play and what we're going to do, and they're dedicated to having fun every single night, no matter what. That's the biggest key to, I think, our success, is that these kids are having fun. When you have fun doing what you do, you'll do more, because everybody likes to have fun. So they know we're going to do it. You might as well have fun. It's more enjoyable when you have fun working hard than you regret that you're working hard. All these kids are having fun, working hard, and the results are wins.
Coach, one thing that I've noticed that really stood out this year is your bench getting involved in the game, and just it seems like they're celebrating, you know, when anybody hits a shot. You know, Lawson is the first one off the bench during a timeout. They're standing up and they're cheering. You know, talk about that and how important that is.
That's very important. It's very important to this group of guys that we have. I think it's important to every team, but particularly important to our group of guys because the adversity that we have faced through these last 4 years of these seniors being here. We've had some rough years, and you know, a lot of times you play your heart out, and you expect people to appreciate what you're doing. And a lot of times people don't come to the games to support you; they come to criticize you. And so I've learned that through my years. And I said, well, hey, we're family. We don't need nobody to support us. We support ourselves, and we cheer for ourselves. And if we love each other, then we're gonna play hard for them guys that's over there on the bench that's cheering for us. So I think the harder our bench cheers, the harder our guys play for those guys on the side. And when those guys come out, though they did time, they return the favor by cheering hard for the other guys that's been cheering for them. So, you know, sometimes you know, it may not feel your best, but you play your best because you're playing for other people. And sometimes it's easier to let yourself down than to let somebody else down.
I got a question for you, Coach. I noticed these two gentlemen sitting on each side of you, as well as Brady and Micah, all coaches' sons. The basketball IQ on this team seems to be a little bit higher than maybe the previous couple of years. Talk about that and how important that is.
Oh, that's just big, you know. They're not only just coaches' sons, but they're raised by good coaches that do it the right way. They don't sugarcoat it. They tell them. They on them hard. I hear them sometimes being harder on them than I am, you know. They don't make it seem like their kid is the next LeBron James, you know. You gotta work hard. You gotta not miss that layup. I heard this uncle, I think it was uncle over time, you missed 2 layups. I was just glad that we got the shot. And we take good shots. You're gonna make some, you're gonna miss some, but he's gonna make more than he missed. He came back second half though, and he responded and made some big buckets and made some big plays for us. So, you know, I'm just happy that we're getting the shots we want by being disciplined enough to run the stuff we got. But having those guys on the team, the IQ of your team goes up, and sometimes you get in situations that you can't coach them. You hadn't prepared them for. Their IQ gets them through. Their instincts, knowing the game, and they just feel their way through. Sometimes I can't help them. They have to feel their way through, you know, how the offense ran, double screens and all that. They got to feel, okay, I can't let that guy get on the side of me. That comes from being coach's sons.
Coach, kind of going back to the pressure defense, it seems like the guys are on a different level tonight. I've watched y'all play several times this year, and tonight it seems like they were on a different level. What was the extra motivation tonight, I guess?
Well, I don't know if really and truly we were on a different level. We played a different type of team. And I'm going to tell you something. I give Coach Holyfield credit. He does a really good job with those guys. But he's without his best point guard.
Yeah.
And, you know, that when you get a team that he doesn't have as many ball handlers as he would like, and we see that, we want to, it makes our defense look a lot quicker. Mm-hmm. But we play that same defense against other teams, but they just happen to have guards that can handle the pressure. And when you handle that pressure, tomorrow night, Etowah, they got some quick kids. They're quick, they handle the basketball well. It won't look like we're playing as swarming as hard as we were tonight because they're just as quick and they have quite a few good ball handlers. So it's going to take some extra work.
Okay.
We're both working on 3 days work, 3 days of play. It's going to come down to the most disciplined team. What you do tonight with your body, preparing for tomorrow. You can't wait to warm up tomorrow and say, okay, I'm ready, let's get ready to play. We got to start tonight because it's 3 days. And both teams tomorrow night will run into a brick wall. It may look sloppy, it may look ugly tomorrow. Neither team can't throw it in the ocean. Both teams I know want to win. So we're expecting that. We're hoping that our guys understand that. To be champions, you know, we got to prepare ourselves so we can give that same effort that you're talking about tonight, tomorrow night.
Shamar, I'm gonna start with you. Same question for both of you guys. I noticed both of you guys are smiling, having fun, getting turnovers, hitting shots. Talk about that style of play you play, and I know when you guys go into that press and how, like so Reggie said, it seemed like he's another level.
Chaotic.
Yeah.
Just having fun out there.
Absolutely.
It gives me a headache watching.
But hey, then we'll start back over here. But you know, in transitions, you guys, y'all turned them over, but then you also handled the ball in transition really well. Y'all didn't turn it back over a lot though. But talk about that and how you guys, even though it looks chaotic, it's like organized chaos when y'all get the ball on the other side.
Coach just tell us to pass it up ahead, find an open man, and we may get it back if we give it up early.
That's true. True story.
Just take our time. That's how we practice. We practice wild like that all the time.
Yeah, I've noticed. I've come to several.
And what I like about these guys is it's not that I scored, it's that we scored.
That's right.
You know, they throw it ahead and they say, we scored, because Brady may be the one on the tail end to finish it up. You know,
Right.
We scored. And that's the epitome of a great team that don't care who gets the accolades. At the end of the day, we try to reach a common goal. I heard was quarterback for the Chiefs,
Mahomes.
Hall said the other day, he said about him maybe being an MVP again this year. And he said, I'm not worried about the individual accolades. I don't care about the individual trophy. We're still trying to reach that ultimate goal of being world champions. And that's the ultimate goal.
One other thing for you guys, playing Etowah, that's a rival for you guys. Talk about that opportunity and what that's going to mean to you. Because the games have been canceled this year up until this point with them, right? Because of COVID?
Or postponed.
Postponed? I got you.
I can't wait. It's gonna be real interesting because all of our friends are over there.
That's right.
It's gonna be real interesting.
Y'all talk on social media?
Trash talk, though, right?
Nah.
Same question.
It's just gonna be fun because we know them, they know us. Whoever wins, that's what we really get to talk about it.
There we go. Hey, y'all, Coach, y'all flip right back around and go over there Monday, too, don't you?
Go right back over there Monday.
Yeah.
So we'll turn right back around and play.
So don't talk too much trash if y'all win, you know? That it? All right, guys, I appreciate you guys sitting in with us. Thank you.